Police audio recording saying a new civil war was necessary to wipe black people off the map, longing to, quote, start slaughtering them and using the N-word repeatedly. Quote, I can't wait, God, I can't wait. More from a local news report on this.
Transcriptions from a video recorded on one corporal's onboard camera show these three men used racist language. Some of it so vulgar we won't repeat it on TV. Some of it is violent towards African Americans. Officer Michael Piner, Corporal Jesse Moore, and Officer James Gilmore are all being fired. The police department says these conversations were discovered internally as part of a regular monthly review of video footage. Much information is again being made public that ordinarily would not be in the name of transparency. During this afternoon's press conference, Chief Williams quoted District Attorney Ben David in saying, it's unacceptable.
I'd say this is shocking. It's just angering more than anything. But it's not shocking. This is what happens when you heavily militarize the police department, so much so that it, attracts high school bullies with racist intentions. They see themselves as an occupying force in black communities, and that's why they see it as an us versus them thing. So yeah, they're really going to serve the community when they see black people as the enemy in a civil war. I mean, it's just vile, disgusting. I'm glad that they were fired, and no police department obviously should ever employ them again. So many people harbor these thoughts, but cops have the ability to act on them. And when you, again, have a profession that allows you to play cowboy and tote a gun and get to feel really strong and put on a uniform and lord over people, specifically black people, which cops know that that's what they're able to do, and you make that the incentive structure, what do you know? You attract vile, bully racists who say things like this. More on this story from the Washington Post. Sitting in his patrol car in Wilmington, North Carolina, Officer Michael Kevin Piner predicted Black Lives Matter protests would soon lead to civil war. I'm ready, Piner told another officer, adding that he planned to buy an assault rifle. We are just going to go out and start slaughtering them effing N-words, he said. Wipe them off the effing map, Piner said. Jesus, African Americans, that'll put them back about 4 or 5 generations. Piner, a Wilmington police officer since 1998, began the recording by expressing his fury about the ongoing protests against police brutality and racial injustice in the wake of George Floyd's death. The officer Piner was speaking to, Officer James Brian Gilmore, hired by the department in 1997, said that whites were now worshiping blacks, adding that he'd seen a video of a fine-looking white girl and this punk pretty boy bowing down and kissing their toes, whatever the hell that means. Later, while complaining about a black judge whom Moore, another officer, called an effing Negro magistrate, God damn it, Moore added, it's bad, man, because not all black people are like that. Most of them, Piner responded, 90% of them, Kevin, 90 effing percent of them, Moore said. Soon, Piner turned the conversation to his belief that the Civil War was imminent and his intention to buy high-powered weaponry. After saying he was ready to slaughter black people, he added, God, I can't wait. As I believe that local news report stated, this audio came to light by chance. It was a part of an internal, regular, routine review where this audio was captured when they were sitting in squad cars talking to each other. How much more is out there that wasn't picked up in basic internal review practices? How much more?
All right. Hey, first and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Bashim Al Bashim Dash, the bonus of the apostle and elders, the peace citation, brothers out here doing work, sincerity, and the truth, the hope for elect. The brothers waiting every day patiently for Yahweh Bashim Al to return so we can get out this place. Peace citation to you, brothers. Hey, it's going to be a real quick one. You saw the video. It's just how he is just in getting his feelings, man. But they was really speaking out of their heart, man. Really speaking out of the heart of I want to go. Oh, okay, Kai. They really want to. They speaking out of their heart and how they really think about Jake. Other ones are trying to play passive, but they, the Most High said not one of them good, man. So this is what we've been talking about, through the spirit of how about Shimon Shai, the video let it record, and that was an angel turned their recorder on and let them speak their mind, but it all came out, but and everybody say that these police don't do what they do, and Jake and everybody should be love, peace, and happiness. He was saying about a war, a race war, that he's talking about killing, deleting, and putting us back. Basically, he's wanted to put us back in slavery. So basically, we're gonna. Okay, just few scriptures, just a couple of scriptures that pertain. So we're gonna with this about this situation that was caught up on the police, but it's how they most of them think anyway. Okay, all right. So this is Ezekiel, it's 25:12. It says, "Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai, because Edom is the so-called white man, all right, Adamam, which means red, okay? It doesn't mean hairy, it means red. It has dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, and has greatly offended and revenged himself upon them, because right, they have Judah in their grips, man. They did it many times in the past, man. When the Babylonians came in, who assisted, who was the top assist player, man that assisted very well in that time, man. He's still assisting and killing us. And his spirit is he waxing he loathes Jake, man. They were just speaking out of their heart. The rest of these Edomites are just trying to pump fake. All right. Let's read it right all the way through. It says, "Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai, because that Edom have dealt treacherously against the house of Judah, and Judah is the head tribe of Israel, which is the so-called blacks in America and abroad, by taking vengeance, and have greatly offended and revenged himself upon them." And how he do that? His system, which is his pit, he's a pit, his laws, which is the same thing, they try to give us drugs, inoculate us with their poison, high rate of autism in the black neighborhoods, low jobs. We can't really afford much, put us in systematic racism, put us in the slums and trenches where we really can't live. We got to scratch our way out and try to survive. And Jake don't see that. When they get out, they think they out. They just in a jar with glass ceilings. All right. So that's how they do it. They greatly offend. They took revenge on us, man. What? Because what? We when we was under King David, man, we had him in subjection. All right. Okay. So let's go to let's go here. 35. Another scripture. And okay. All right. This is Ezekiel 35:5. It says, "Because thou hast had perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, in the time of their calamity, in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end." Okay. Let's read it from the top. Okay, this is Ezekiel 35:1. It says, "Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir." Now, Mount Seir is where is Mount Seir. Okay, there's the patriarch of the Horites, which is not true, as the inhabitants of Edom. The inhabitants were Edom before the descendants of Esau. Okay, the Horites were basically, I believe those were Africans. They was already in the mountain regions. They got put out, and Esau reigned in those areas. Okay, so they were Edomites. All right. Mount Seir, and prophesy against it, and say unto it, "Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai, behold, O Mount Seir." Mount Seir region is a country. "I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate, and I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shall be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord. Okay, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred. All right, the continual. Perpetual means continual. Right, it goes into the word of ilam. Ilam. I got iwalam. Okay, perpetual, man. Okay, just go down to, it's a long duration iniquity, fertility forever. You had it. You hate the nation. You hate Jake forever, man. Ever long, everlasting, evermore, perpetual, old, ancient. It's been an ancient hatred, man. World, ancient times, long time, or past, or future, forever, always. It's continuous in existence. Continuous in existence, perpetual, everlasting, indefinite. So you mean this? And they mean no doubt, unending, the unending future. Okay, and eternity. All right, so they had a hatred. They got a hatred to the end. All right, they got everything, and they still want to put Jake in subjection. All right, okay, that's it on that. All right, he says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Okay, because when they came against us, when the Babylonians getting, they pointed us out. Okay, let's go. I'll read verse 6. It says, therefore, as I live, saith the Lord, Yahweh Shemashah, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Said, thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Because they love the slaughter, and they love the fact that they doing it, man. You know. All right, that's why in the video they said he was ready to get an assault rifle. He's gonna push Israel back, Jake back, and back 5-6 generations or whatever. Okay, let's go to Psalms real quick. No, because this thing is continuing. Everybody thinking that it's all lovey-dovey. Because right now, the Elise is getting this thing, trying to get it the way they want it, so everybody can take this chip, because it's going to go into that, man. All right? 37:7 says, Psalms 137:7, it says, remember, O Lord, the children of Edom, in the day of Jerusalem, who saith, raise it to the foundation thereof. O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us. So you have the way you served us, you're going to be rewarded that same way. All right, happy shall he be that taketh and dashes thy little ones against a stone. And that's what they did. They took the little children of Israel and took them and just and cracked their skulls and killed them. No? Okay. Let's go here real quick. Okay, this is Obadiah 1:10. It says, oh, I'll go up to here real quick. It says, I'll read it from 1. It says, the vision of Obadiah, thus said the Lord Yahweh Shemashah concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent among thee. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, and thou art greatly despised. The pride of thy heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground. Of course, they think they're invincible at this moment, man, but how about Shemashah got another plan for them, right? And thou that exalt thyself as the eagle. Who exalts themselves as the eagle? Edomites. A lot of those Edomite countries that we know used to or have the eagle as their symbol, okay? And though thou set thy nest among the stars, this I will bring these down, saith the Lord. If these come to thee and robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough? Right. Esau goes into a country and try to take all resources, everything, even the people, the women, the mines, or everything, and walk off. They would at least left something, and they won't leave nothing in order, man. They won't give you no break. You can't breathe. Okay. They smother you, man, till they get everything you consume. Till your place look like a pit. The way you live is horrible. Okay, that's where you get in the neighborhoods, the ghettos. All right. Esau got the funds to come through and just clean the streets and things like that. They won't do it because it's systematically supposed to be like that, man. It's a psychological thing, and Jacob's all in it, living in that mist. It said, grape gatherers came to thee. Would they not leave some grapes? How are things of Esau searched out? And how are the hidden things sought up? All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border, even that were at peace with thee. We have deceived thee. We have deceived thee, prevailed and prevailed. The Most High said it was going to happen. Prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. Shall I not in that day, saith the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom and understanding out of Mount Esau? Because basically they're in the understanding of Esau is what he's about, his ingenuity and his wittiness and his cunningness, man. It says, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. And that day when thou stoodest on the other side, in the day when the strangers carried away captives, his forces and foreigners entered into his gate and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou was one of them, all right? But thou should have not looked, because they came in when the Babylonians came and they assisted with telling where we was at, captured us, gave us to the Babylonians, and they loved and they shook their head and they clapped for it. They cheered. Okay, but thou should have not looked on the day of thy brother, and the day that he became a stranger, neither should, because we became a stranger to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, neither should thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction, neither should thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress. So you should never came against those people. All right. Thou shalt not have entered into the gate of my people in the day of their calamity. Yeah, because they came in and started chilling, taking what they wanted, taking the houses, whatever. They should have not looked on their affliction in that day, because they looked at us. They look at us now and afflicting, and in the spot we in that they seen that we can't get out. But the Most High is surely bringing it out, because He's bringing this. The world is about to see what He's about to bring. Okay, we can't do nothing. But we just gonna wait on our Heavenly Father when He comes with the angelic forces, man, and just to do it, man, because He want to do it. He could make this thing end. He just want to do it the way He want to do it. But you all gonna know who our the power is, even our own people, for their calamity, nor have laid hands on their substance in the day of their calamity, because your ass came and put your goddamn hands on the stuff we had. Okay, neither should thou have stood in the crossway to cut off those of his that had escaped. It should have not delivered up those that did remain in the day of distress. You eat in your perpetual hatred is gonna get you perpetual hatred in return. Okay, until you vanish, and that's the way we gonna wait. We can't do nothing. Everything is in the time of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So with that, I want to give all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Peace, citations, and shalom.